Yesterday I was at an awareness campaign somewhere in Gatanga at a PCA church, and somebody walked in very drunk, an old guy, and he was shouting in church, and the reaction of the community, the reaction of the church was kind of unique. They welcomed him. They knew him by name. They welcomed him. And I remembered the many times I went into church, maybe where I grew up in, and I would be chased out. Sometimes you want to get born again, born again in your own way, and you'll be chased out. And I saw that, and I felt maybe this is the time now I need to get out to the world and tell them my story. Hi guys, this is Chris Pasigidai Kimaru. You know me as Chris Kim Recovery on other social media platforms. And I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. I call it Chris Kim Recovery Club. It's a club of guys who maybe want to learn more about addiction. Just as an introduction, I'm in recovery now, 6 years. That is after 17 years of a struggle with addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction, and sex addiction. So it has been a traumatic journey. It was a traumatic experience. And now, as an addiction counselor, I like talking about everything that happened to me, because I feel like by sharing these experiences, telling other people about maybe what happened to me, maybe someone out there might get inspired. They might feel that there is hope. They might feel that whatever they are going through, they are not alone, because some of these things, we don't talk about them. There's a lot of stigma when it comes to drug and substances, when it comes to alcohol use, when it comes to sex addiction, when it comes to gambling and any other forms of addiction. Actually, it's about anything to do with the mental health disorders, mental conditions. And that's why I'm welcoming you to this channel. It will be a journey of promoting recovery, a story at a time. Actually, that's my tagline, promoting recovery, a story at a time, because I believe in sharing these things that we have been through. I've been sharing my story for the last 5 years now, and or by 6 years in recovery, and I've seen change. Sometimes just talking about what you have been through makes someone outside there feel like, you know what, I'm not alone. I'm not at the end of this is not the end of the line. There's still hope. If this guy made it, then I can also make it. That's the objective of my platform, and I welcome you again. So this is what we'll be doing. We'll have a platform where we can learn about addiction, what addiction is, how addiction starts, mental disorders that are related to addiction, risk factors of addiction. That is, what are the things that maybe people do or people experience that make them predisposed or expose them to addiction or drug and alcohol addiction. What things make them vulnerable to drugs and maybe substance addiction? What things make them also vulnerable to gambling, make them vulnerable to sex addiction? Those are the main addictions that we have as a society in Kenya. We'll also be talking about maybe treatments. We'll also be talking about protective factors. These are things or factors that can help prevent one from addictions, and there are so many. We'll also be bringing in professionals, maybe people who can give us ideas on how to prevent ourselves, to protect our loved ones. We'll also be having people who have gone through the same traumatic experiences with addiction. And I know so many guys who are doing marvelous job in this field. Some of them are counselors, others are pastors, others have transformed their lives in a big way. And I love sharing with them. We have support groups with these people. We network a lot. We inspire each other. We give each other hope. And we also go out there and do the same for people in addiction. we also want to bring in families, spouses, people who are caregivers to people in addiction, people who have been affected indirectly. These are a spouse who is taking care of a husband in recovery, a husband who is taking care of a wife in addiction, a parent who has given up their life because of a loved one who is in addiction, a father who has given up hope on about their kid who is in addiction. We want to talk about these people. We want to hear their experiences. What have they gone through? How can we help them? We want to bring in professionals in different fields to maybe tell us how they can help caregivers. And by caregivers, I'm not talking about medical personnel. I'm talking about people just like us who are taking care of others who are our loved ones who are in addiction. I'll also be sharing a lot about my story, because everything I do, all the shared experiences that I give, help me maybe elaborate or maybe explore further about matters to do with addiction. So that is the objective. Those are the many objectives of this channel. Of course, I'll be listening to you. What do you want? What do you want us to discuss? If there's a pertinent issue, something trending that has to do with alcohol addiction or drug addiction, something to do with sex addiction, gambling addiction, or any other form of mental health issue, we'll be talking about it on this platform. So that is the mission of our Chris Recovery Club, and I welcome you. So let's do this. I've been saying I'll do this again and again. I said it at 3 years. I said it at 4 years of recovery. I said it at 5 years. I was pushed by many people to do it. I've been doing other stuff on other platforms, TikTok, on Twitter, and people always tell me, why don't you give us something on YouTube where we can interact? Now, I thought maybe this is the right time. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but yesterday I was at an awareness campaign somewhere in Gatanga at a PCA church, and somebody walked in very drunk, an old guy, and he was shouting in church, and the reaction of the community, the reaction of the church was kind of unique. They welcomed him. They knew him by name. They welcomed him. And I remembered the many times I went into church, maybe where I grew up in, and I would be chased out. Sometimes you want to get born again, born again in your own way, and you'll be chased out. And I saw that, and I felt maybe this is the time now I need to get out to the world and tell them my story. So I'll be sharing a lot about my story. You might have heard it maybe where I was hosted by other people, but I want to tell it from my own point of view. I want to tell you things that maybe you've never heard from any other platform that I have been on, and then I want to link these experiences with maybe how we can help each other, whether you're in addiction, whether you're taking care of a loved one, and in any other way. So I'll be sharing my contact, and then if it's possible for you to get in touch with me, I would welcome that on WhatsApp, on calls, in any way. I would welcome that. So this will be an interactive platform, and you're welcome. Whether you are a professional, whether you're in addiction, whether you are giving care to someone in addiction, anyone, whether you are a policymaker, why don't you come and interact with us and tell us maybe how we can do these things better, or what you think that where you think we can contribute. Whether you're from Nakada, whether you're from whether you are a chief and you are used to maybe pouring alcohol in the village, maybe you can talk to us and tell us what are the challenges. How do you think we can help those people who are taking the illicit brews, as we call them. So that is my mission. So welcome again, and let's do this. This is the right time. This is God's timing. So I want to give back the sobriety gift that that God has given me, and that's my mission. So promoting sobriety, promoting recovery, a story at a time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a loved one who is in addiction, with a loved one who is in recovery, with a family that is maybe going through a struggle with addiction. Please do that so that we can build a community where we can build a resource center where people can come and find help. Thank you, and let's do this together. God loves you. Welcome to Chris Kim Recovery Club. Thank you.